rivalry in professional sports comes to a head tonight. Johnson City's Freedom Hall is the rage in the cage. It is Cornette's Criminals takes on Armstrong's Army.
Well, there's no secret. Both of these teams have been at war for months, and this could be the final battle, or this could be the mother of all battles. Both teams earlier this afternoon were talking strategy. Let's take you now and let's hear their comments.
Will you call us criminals? Cornette's criminals, Bullet Bob Armstrong. Say that Armstrong's Army is going to defeat the criminals, going to restore law, order, and justice. You call us criminals? Well, in the rage in the cage, we're going to show you how bad we can be, how many rules we can break, how many laws we can bend. Because it is war. Armstrong's Army and Cornette's criminals going to war. Going to meet in the middle, going to smack head on an irresistible force and an immovable object. Meeting over ground they want to gain, things they want to obtain. Going to war, two factions. And brother, we've got our strategy together. Now, it's only a couple of hours away until a rage in the cage takes place. And every army has got to have, first of all, they got to have the big tanks. They got to have the big tanks that can go and they can plow down those fences. They can plow up that ground. They can go and trot over all of the armies that stand in their way. And these right here are the two big Sherman tanks. When they roll those tracks, boy, there's going to be nothing able to stand in their way. And then every army has to have its secret service. It's undercover men. And that's the heavenly body. Gigolo Jimmy and Dr. Tom. They do their best work undercover, but tonight they're going to be in that rage in the cage, and they're going to be fighting too. So you see, I've got all the tools of my army together, Bob Armstrong. What have you got? You got a ragtag band of goofs, your two dysfunctional sons, and the Rock and Roll Express, who the Bruise Brothers have demoralized many times. So it will be war and rage in the cage, but I got my army ready. And you're not going to get your hands on me, Bullet Bob Armstrong. I can promise you that. You're not going to get your hands around my neck, and you will not gain your revenge. Because if we can win this match in the rage in the cage tonight, then Cornette's criminals will rule Smoky Mountain Wrestling from now on. And there will be nothing that Bullet Bob Armstrong can do about it. Okay, boys, we got to get back to work.
Well, gentlemen, you know, tonight we've waited, we've trained hard, and tonight we've got Cornette's criminals pinned up. And brother, when I say pinned up, I mean in a steel cage, and we got over 1,000 pounds here of romping, stomping, caterwauling studs that are coming after you, Cornette. Somebody's going to get to you before the night's over. I'm hoping it's me, but if it ain't, brother, if it's one of y'all, it'll be all right, because the Bruise Brothers are going to be there running interference. The heavenly bodies will be running interference. But Cornette, you are the main objective of Armstrong's Army. And if we can get them all hooked up, brother, we're going to hook you up to that cloud. I'll beat you till you drop. I owe you, brother, tonight. Right here at Fire on the Mountain 93, we are going to get it done. Armstrong's Army is here to stay. Rock and roll all the way. We're coming at you.
All right. The referee tonight's main event, Rage in the Cage, the big Bossman is in the ring. There will be 10 wrestlers in that ring before all is said and done. And we will talk about the rules and rules and things. As the match progresses, there are two ways to win this match. You can handcuff all 5 members of the opposing team to the sets of handcuffs you see on either side of the cage, or if one member of the team gives up, he has basically submitted to the entire team. That's it. Look at our opponent going around. Ron Still just talked to the big boss man. Everybody knows the relationship between them before. He's been trying to talk to the boss man and check the cage. Y'all remember the Cornette was trying to check the cage, but guys, I'm going to tell you, that's a strong wire up there, and we see all the handcuffs attached. You know what? I'm going to relate this to Armageddon. Mother of all battles right down. I heard that. Right here. And it's still Freedom Hall in Johnson City, Tennessee, Fire on the Mountain 93. Because that will not be shown on television.
First of all, I think it's ridiculous you expect us to be locked up like a bunch of animals. Bossman, we've had a lot of history. You haven't talked to me all night, man. And I just want you to remember, I've done things for you in the past. You think you've seen the light, but you just think back.
while we're ready for the other 5 participants. And you know what, Dutch? I think in terms of besides the Bruce brothers, you've got to give that power edge in this match to Cornette team. But as we both know, the determination and the tunnel vision of Bob Armstrong, what a volatile figure he can be, you've got to look at that in lieu of everything else. Well, we're looking at it. And later tonight, when you run into a cage with anybody, you might as well put yourself in the jungle, in the animal world. And this is exactly what this is going to be tonight, a fight to the finish. Armageddon, the mother of all battles right here. Now, we heard Cornette talking about it. He's going to be man to the next world tag team champion, of course, living to the fact of the heavenly bodies in the WWF taking on the Steiners.
Right.
You see Ricky Morton in the ring right now. They're all attired in battle fatigue. The Harding is ready.
Team number 2 tonight, Armstrong Gummy. Featuring Ricky and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express. Scott and Steve, the Armstrong Brothers. And introducing the General Bullet Bob Armstrong.
See on the back of the Bullet Bob.
Raised in the game, 1993.
You see on the back of Armstrong's fatigue, the shirt over there that says Bullet 44 caliber. I think it's pretty strong language. This is a large bore handgun, right? Large bore handgun. What you going to have in here? You got, you got 5 men. Right, we're going to get 5 men with 2 generals in there.
Right.
Tell us the difference, Lynn.
The difference between the 2 generals, Cornette prefers to do his generaling and his directing from right where he's at, outside this ring. And Bob Armstrong would prefer to walk across the top of all the other 8 wrestlers and get his hands on this general, Jim Cornette.
Okay, Rage in the Cage 93 officially underway here, the first 2 participants in the ring.
And this is for 5 minutes. It will be Prichard against Ricky Morton. And at the 5-minute mark, one member of the Cornette criminals will be sent into that cage. At that point, Doug, it will be 2-on-1 for at least 2 minutes.
Russian leg sweep by Morton. He takes Prichard down, he takes the good doctor down, and one doctor to another. That's not a very good position to be in. A punch by Morton. Of course, the Cornette criminals, they like to call themselves power bombs by Prichard. They won the advantage at an earlier match tonight, Jimmy Dale Ray versus Steve Armstrong.
Of course, you know, Dutch, being an ex-grappler myself, and you still being in that ring, the thing that excites me about this particular match is the various strategies that these generals can play off of. Now, I'm looking at Cornette's advantage, and if it's me, and I've got Prichard in against Morton, I'm going to send one of these Crooks brothers in when I get that shot to really offset that thing.
Absolutely, a good move by Morton there. What do you think? Well, I think that's a pretty good strategy. I have to think about that a minute. I don't know if I really agree with it, but then again, I have no reason to really disagree with it. What happens in a match like this invariably? What happens is the strategy will change almost from hold to hold.
Right. But the main thing is, when you have that advantage, if Cornette's team can shake a member of the Armstrong Army as they double up on him and hook him into those handcuffs, then they start making it, they're keeping that advantage with every new man coming in.
Okay, well, we don't know at this point who's Cornette. He has the next 3 minutes remaining. We're here right now. 3 minutes remaining. 2 minutes gone in this opening round here of Rage in the Cage 93. We don't know who Cornette will send in for his advantage. We don't know that. Like you say, but you said you was sending the Power Boys, the Power.
Send one of them, yes.
One of the Power Twins in. One of the Bruce brothers. Sure. And I'm going to tell you, these guys being from Sturgis, South Dakota, you know, Harley Davidson country, they're used to the rough life and the hard side of life. So I think I have to agree with you there that I send these tough hogs in there, right?
You know, the other thing that keeps popping into my mind when I'm thinking strategy for both these generals is, again, I'm going to emphasize you and I both have tasted the wrath of
Bob Armstrong, and Cornette really brought this on himself, and Armstrong is so totally concentrating on
Let me
that.
tell you, first of all, the big boss man in the ring because of the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Committee, but even though Bob Armstrong relinquished the commissionership and stepped back in the ring as an active professional wrestler, you cannot tell me that he didn't have a lot of clout with that committee. Still, I believe Bob Armstrong is pulling a lot of strings within that front office of Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Well, I think this. I think Bob.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't relinquish all his political power just because he relinquished his commissionership.
Well,
I think so.
Well, he's still going to return to being a commissioner at some point in time, to the best of my knowledge, right? So he still has a tie there.
Well, that's what he's leading that by the play right now. Big Monkey Snap, reverse, a leapfrog reverse, and stands, Tom Prichard reeling on the other side of the ring. We can see the handcuffs in this cage. There's no escape in this cage. One thing you have to say, you got to give Cornette the advantage here. He is outside the ring. He is coaching from the outside, unimpeded.
And he isn't at his best at that point. There's no wrestlers on his
Never
back.
seen Jimmy Del Rey. They're pushing the cage in on Ricky Morton. Tom Prichard trying to get the face of Ricky Morton into that cage. The big Bossman has yet been called upon to really enforce anything, but his mere presence in there has not stopped something.
What Morton has just accomplished here.
Okay, 1 minute remaining now. We got 1 minute. Let's see if we can have a conclusion of this before the next advantage point. Now, we see Cornette over there huddling with his man. He's talking to the Bruce brothers, talking to Jimmy Del Rey. A lot of strategy going over the corner.
Catch your breath, Dusty. What I was about to tell you here is Morton is taking the first clear-cut advantage in this first 5-minute segment. So right now, Cornette has to be thinking about how
Okay, trying to handcuff him in there. He's trying to get 30 seconds remaining. As we saw Cornette huddling with his team over there, we didn't see the Armstrong's Army saying anything to each other.
I think they're pretty well known. You know what they're going to do. I don't think Bob is trying to run them the way Cornette's running his team, though, does he?
I don't think you really know what to do. I think this is a play as you play it. 5. Okay, who's going in? Who's going in? It looks like the Bruce brothers. Okay, you're right. The power man is coming in. Now, they have the advantage. Whoa! And Morton's smart enough to look for him. And you know this has got to be hard on the Army over there watching one of their compadres, Ricky Morton, down in the ring, and they're helpless at this point to do anything about it.
I'm not sure. I saw Robert move around and try that door, but
Whoa!
battering ram.
Right in. A battering ram, right, not into the wire, but in that big 2x4 that runs the length of the cage up and down.
Oh, look here. The Crooks brothers getting in the face of the Bossman.
Wait a minute. We got
Morton has been cut. Morton has been cut.
and he's opened up bad. He looks like a stuck pig right now. Look, it's just dripping off of it. We're going to have to move back, Les. If we get close to it, we're number 2. A lot of blood in short order here on Ricky Morton, and he's in a bad way.
Yes, sir. That was God's deep on him.
Okay, we got another minute before he can get any help in there. Let's see if he can withstand the barrage.
And of course, realize here too, when whichever member of the Army comes in for Bob Armstrong's team, he is still going to have a disadvantage because Morton has been beaten down and quickly.
Okay, who at this point? Let me ask you this. 30 seconds remaining. Let's see if he can withstand it. Big boss man checking the handcuffs.
I think Big Steve will be coming for the Armstrongs. I think
Okay.
they're going to send the biggest guy on their team, which will be Steve Armstrong.
So you're saying you're going to match power with power at this point? Okay, look at Ricky Morton here. Big boss man telling him to get off the cage, give it a swift kick there. Ricky Morton looks awful.
8, 7, 6.
They are pounding him down. You're right, it looks like the biggest guy on the team. It looks like Steve Armstrong is coming in the ring, and he better come in flowing. He better come in hard.
He's coming with that Armstrong fire, brother.
What this does give Ricky Morton some respite.
Steve's going to try and keep this ball rolling for 2 minutes if he can.
But he's going to have to keep it moving a long time because Ricky Morton is no shape to get up and help him right now.
I know that. And you and I both know 2 minutes of something like this can be an eternity.
But he's running both men into the cage.
But Steve would be smart to try and cuff one of these boys right now.
Well, he's got the advantage.
Ricky Morton is very lucky they didn't cuff him. The Bruce brothers coming up on the outside of the rope and trying to come back in. Big Armstrong still on the offensive here. Now both men turning their attention to Steve Armstrong. Now we got 1 minute remaining. Ricky Morton pounded back and he is covered. Well, he's had some recovery time now. And the blood is all down his face, neck, it's down, even on down to his midsection. Ricky Morton is actually, I believe, the blood came right in on him, the Smoky Mountain. Let's look at Armstrong go to work on Prichard. And Armstrong has opened Prichard up. Well, I was watching. I believe he is, yes, he has been opened up. Okay, now, we got 2 men in from both sides now as they go, but Armstrong has the Bruce brothers on the road. It looks like Armstrong's army is finally in the driver's. Looks like Jimmy Galloway coming in now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Not surprised to see at this point that the other Bruce brothers does not come in. Now, Cornette must be very aware. He's trying to put speed in here, maybe to offset Morton. Well, I don't think he needs speed at this point. Morton is already slowed down. And I'm going to say the Bossman's still a presence in the ring, but yet at this point has not really done anything. He's let these men go as he should. He should let them go. We both know the rules here. There are no rules. No rules. Wait a minute, Bossman kicking him off the gate. Now, I'm going to tell you, Bossman, when he makes these big Bruce brothers mad, they're as big as he is. And they 2 of them. But I don't see the longer backing off. Okay, Cornette criminal got put the elbow by the Bruce brothers. Look here, Morton got to both Del Rey and Prichard. Cornette criminals will be sort of an upper hand here on Steve Armstrong. I tell you, no matter how tough Ricky stays on his feet, the way he's losing that blood, he's going to be weakened down here just from that alone. I can't believe how he looks. Look at him. He is covered. I haven't seen a man bleed like this in years. He is covered with blood. I mean, I'm going to go back to Bob Armstrong and Bobby Duncan in a Cadillac tournament in Atlanta in the 60s before I saw something like that. Now, that's a fact. The question remains, how much can Ricky Morton? How much can he take? They trying to handcuff Ricky Morton to the turnbuckle. I mean, to the cage. Steve is taking quite a bit of punishment from the Bruce brothers. And they got that stuff on and they're getting cut. Well, it looks like Robert Gibson will be the next man in. The next man in for Armstrong's army. Jason Atkinson. He wants to roll. 8, 4, 7, 6. The blood is blinding. He can't see where he's anything. I tell you what he's seeing. He's seeing nothing but he's seeing shape. He's not seeing hardly any form. We know we both see it ourselves. Prichard opened up. Morton opened up. Oh, look at Gibson. He's rocking and rolling. Now, I'll tell you what Gibson should do now. He should say, Tom Prichard, because Prichard has been in there the longest, and see if he can go ahead and handcuff him. By the same token, when the next advantage, if nobody gets handcuffed, the next advantage man in, they need to run. That's for Ricky Morton. If they can slam already know who's coming in for Cornette. Yeah, well, it's just down to Cornette and the Bruce brother. Well, I'm going to say Cornette better watch it because what they're going to do, they might leave him on the outside and everybody else on the inside. And if he's just out there with the bullet, he may get shot. That's what I'm saying. And I don't know. Let's see if he's made any kind of contingency plan for that. See, now the strategy. And Del Rey is down now. Del Rey is down. Bossman still. See, the only thing Bossman has done so far is maybe kick the cage and kick some guys on the outside off. Ricky Morton over there in the corner, almost helpless at this point. But I'm going to tell you, these guys, I have no sympathy for Ricky Morton. I have no empathy for him. He put himself in this situation. I agree with that. By aligning himself with Bob Armstrong, and when you align yourself with a man who's got to fight, you're in the same fight that he's right. You're right. At this point, Ricky is simply a punching bag for the criminal. That's exactly what. 30 seconds, and we see right now. You're right. I think the other big Bruce brothers coming in. He's standing right there at the gate. That's what you see, a barbarian at the gate, right there, ready to come in the ring. Now, I don't know how much long. I'm sure these guys are looking. How would these guys be saying? I would be watching who's coming in that gate, because I want to know who's coming after me. And Morton just coming to his feet, trying to find somebody to hit. Oh, the fresh news leather sailed him right back down, and Ricky is going to stay down for a few. He's had about 10 or 12 minutes out of this ring now, just wanting, just dying, just chomping at the bit to get in there, and now here's his chance. Cornette now is left on the outside all by himself, and the fans here in Johnson City looking on. The first thing they're looking at in that ring is trying to handcuff Steve Armstrong. Both the Bruce brothers, and are they going to get him? See if they can get him in. You know, that's another thing. Look at all the wrestlers we've got in there, and still nobody's been handcuffed. Well, when it's harder to cuff somebody, he has been cuffed. He has been cuffed. Now he's at their mercy. Now he is at the mercy of whoever wants to take pot shots at him. And with Cornette criminals, believe me, he's going to get a lot of it. Let me make this observation. What Armstrong's team's going to have to do at this point, with Steve tied in there, if they can beat one of these other guys down, let Steve hang on to him. If they can, take him into that corner. Okay, this is 4 against 2 in the ring right now. 4 against 3 in the ring right now. And one of the 3 is handcuffed. Right. So if they walk away from him, keep the action away from him, he is eliminated, null and void. Absolutely. Robert Gibson still on his feet. And they're still working on Steve Armstrong, the handcuff one over there. Robert Gibson does the best he can. Del Rey is out of it. I think he caught a low shot from what I can tell, and he, for a few moments anyway, is limited to trying to catch his breath. Okay, the Bossman, I couldn't catch quite what he was saying there, but he was telling Jimmy that these 2 guys are brothers. Okay, they're trying to go to get Ricky Morton handcuffed. The good doctor, Tom Prichard, trying to handcuff Ricky Morton to that cage. Scott Arms. Okay, Scott Arms, sir, from the 2 generals are coming in last. That is plain. Okay, now we can think of the strategy now. It's a lot more plainer. Wait a minute. Oh! A drastic call for drastic measures. Yes, they do. Well, he's going to turn the tide there. And it's got the Armstrong over the Bruce brothers. Back to Prichard, back to the Bruce brothers. And another low blow. He low bridged up. Scott is doing what Scott needs to do, and that's the bottom line right here. This is a street battle, plain and simple. Oh, we still got 1 man handcuffed. He's trying to see if he can get him. It looks like a Bruce brother may be handcuffed here. And Cornette is the next man in. And look here. Ricky Morton is trying to handcuff one of the Bruce brothers, and it's amazing that they've done it. He got him. He got him. You got to watch that Bruce brother so powerful. He may rip that whole cage down. You're absolutely right. Del Rey hits the cage right above us here. 1 minute remaining. The Bruce brother handcuff got to come in, and one of his big guns is tied up there. Boy, I tell you, that's like your designated hitter out of the lineup right now. Yes, sir. Cornette, I don't know if the camera's on him, but he does look worried at this point. And you know, talking about it in baseball terms, that I've got to call Bullet Bob the closer. He's the Rob Dibble with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, buddy. Well, I tell you, when he flows in here now, he's got a lot of revenge to make up for. Cornette will be the next one in. And I'm going to tell you what, Cornette to me, he's in the ring with some big physical men, and they'll all be looking for Cornette. So when he comes in, he may not be as effective as we think he may be. He doesn't have his tennis racket, he just got himself. You know, the strange thing is still will be 2 men handcuffed up there. 7, 6. You see the big hole I'm walking over the handcuffs that accidentally snapped shut. 2, 1. They're making him get in. He doesn't really look. Cornette does not want to get in. No, he does not. Mark Curtis making him get in the ring now. He's trying to kick the door open. And do you blame him? And you put yourself in his position. I say, I don't want to be in there. But then again, he got himself in this position. You make your fans and you lie. That's right. Well, the night he called Armstrong. Wait a minute. Now, this whole strategy now, all of Cornette's criminals, all of Cornette's men, they're fighting to keep people off Cornette. Oh, Robert Gibson is handcuffed to the cage. 2 of the Army are handcuffed. Okay, there you see the Bruce Brothers, Cornette hiding behind one of the Bruce Brothers. Now we got Steve Armstrong handcuffed, Robert Gibson handcuffed, and the Bruce Brothers handcuffed. And I'll tell you what, even the way they're going out, I really can't tell a clear-cut advantage even with some guys handcuffed. I agree. Because you still got the big gun. I've got the big cannon, the big bullet ready to step in. We know exactly where he's going, and then adding that ring. And in 1 minute, fans, you're going to see Bullet Bob Armstrong, the man who resigned the commissionership of Smoky Mountain Wrestling, who steps back actively into the ring. He's going to come into one of the biggest events held in this building in 20 or 30 years. And like a heat-seeking missile, he's going right for the man in the red suit. Hey, Ricky Morton, they have beat him so much they beat that blood off of him. Oh, wait a minute! A kick by Jimmy Del Rey, and he grabs his own partner, Tom Prichard. A hot kick by Scotty Armstrong. Right on the button, and another one down he goes. And we're under 30 seconds, and look at the bullet. Look at the bullet on the side. I'll tell you, I think you would like to bite through that cage and cut right on in. Yes, sir. 10, 9, 8. Look. 4. Get closer. Wait, he's trying to lead. 1. Watch the bullet go. Where's he going to go? First of all, he's getting the man off his guard. A shot. And a shot to the roof. Back to Prichard. Jimmy Del Rey feels the wrath of the bullet. If you can't call this action as fast as he lays it out, Cornette is trying to get it, put as much distance between him and look at here, Del Rey as he can. Del Rey's going to end up in a handcuff. Wait a minute. Cornette Bob looks like he's experienced putting guys in handcuffs. Didn't waste a lot of time doing it either. Jimmy Del Rey now handcuffed to the cage. Now all the attention, all the focus from the bullet turn towards Cornette and a shot. Oh, wait a minute. Cornette hit like a sack of potatoes. Can't take many of those, brother. No, sir. A conditioned athlete that's experienced can't take a lot of those, and this man is definitely not a wrestler. I think Cornette word a lot of times, but never like this. I don't think he's ever really faced a man with the intensity of the bullet. I'm not going to tell it like it is. You're right. I agree. Tom Prichard trying to come in and assist Cornette. 20-minute time, 20-minute handcuff. Now, it looks as though Armstrong's Army in control right now, and God help Cornette if he gets arrested. At this point, we've got Morton and Bob Armstrong free of the handcuffs. Cornette and Prichard free of the handcuffs. But Morton has been hooked by the Bruise Brothers, and Cornette clotheslines Prichard. Look here, the two Armstrong brothers have trapped Prichard in their corner. And Bert Bob has just hit the wrong button on Jimmy Cornette. Jimmy Del Rey always for a cue from the referee, Mark Curtis. Cornette in for the run, and a big shot by the bullet. Morton breaks free of the Bruise Brothers, so now it's the Bullet and Morton that are free. And Prichard is going to see if he can make Cornette submit. Bring it at the end of it, right there. Cornette submitted. Cornette has submitted. Spinning no hold. Look here. Candido comes down with a key. Candido brought a key to ringside. Candido down with the key. Wait a minute, one of the Bruise Brothers out. Okay. Wait a minute, Bossman. He's unlocked it. Wait a minute, he's using his key to unlock the Armstrongs and Robert Gibson. As fast as these guys are picking up above us, the Armstrongs are being freed up by the referee. The Armstrongs being freed up faster. That's Cornette criminals. Now it's just a free-for-all now. Look here, Bullet Bob with a karate thrust to the windpipe of Jim Cornette. And they're trying to cover Cornette and take him home. Whip's got a foul. It's like a football game, Dutch. They're all trying to trap Cornette. They don't think that even though he's submitted, they still want to trap him in that ring. And they're trying to get him out there to get him. But your winner is Armstrong. Army of the Cornette. have it, the highlight of an exciting Freedom Hall fire on the Mountain 93. Armstrong's Army topples Cornette's Criminals, a sitting toe hold by Bullet Bob over Jim Cornette. Wins the match for Armstrong's Army, and they are elated.
Well, Dutchman, another wild night in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Some feuds were settled, some were started, but either way, it was an exciting night, and with this tape, you fans have been a part of history in a record-setting crowd here at Johnson City's Freedom Hall.
And let me just add my special comment to it. As an added bonus with this tape, at my own behest, Smoky Mountain Wrestling is going to include on this tape a special bonus, a match between Bob Armstrong and Jim Cornette, August the 20th, Knoxville, Tennessee, at the K-Town Showdown. You watch it, you enjoy it, because I bet Cornette didn't.
Les Thatcher and Dutch Mantell saying so off.